Hey, I am. Oh, darn it. My flower fell. Just noticed it. Let me go ahead and pick you up. Looked like it flooded back here. There you go. Since I'm over here, that's what I was trying to look at. Okra. Oh, there we go. Okra. So now I need to pick that. Beans are flowering. I added 2 new cucumber plants. Those are the slicers, and that's the bush. And this one is darn it, oh, Kentucky Wonder, and that's King Kitchen. And look at this, coming in nice. Okay, so I need to put something here in this one. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet, but as far as the herbs, I'm gonna pick some and dry them. My Chocolate Beauty bell pepper is growing really nice. Oh, look at my plant. This is last night we had a really bad rainstorm. Look at this. Broke. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tie that up and take that pepper off. And those are doing okay. Those are okay. These are okay. I actually I put some more carrot seeds down. That's why I put that on top. And my sunflowers are growing in really nice. Oh, I put ground cherry right there. Did that this morning. And the flowers and my daisies are finally coming back. Zinnias. Those are the 2 flower pots that my daughter put seeds in. Oh, I'll put that video. I have to edit that video. Just haven't done it yet. And my holy basil doing pretty good. I put some zinnias in this pot. That was my lavender. It's kind of coming back, kind of dying. And I potted one of my tomato plants. This one is going to be a big one, and I don't have space in my garden, so that's where it's going to go. And this is my rain catcher. Actually, let me go ahead and open it. I put a screen here to catch all the debris and everything else that comes out of the gutter. And it's my rainwater. Sit you down for a second. Tomatoes are finally getting pretty big on there. I had another one in there. There we go. It was right there. So they're getting pretty big. This one just has flowers on it. I don't see any tomatoes yet. Carrots are growing in pretty good. I love carrots. So any spot that I can find to put a carrot in, it's going in. Oh, let's see how much it rained yesterday. That was yesterday's rain. 1 day of rain. And this went on here. I broke it. Yep, I broke it. So it just goes in there. perfect fix. It's my rosemary, if I never said it on any other videos. That has been growing for a year here. And my collard greens, we harvest twice last week, and these have been growing for a year here as well. Well, yeah, I'll say a year. It's been growing here since January of last year, and they're doing wonderful. We harvest every week from my collard greens. So this is one thing that grows really well in zone 10B. As you can see, rosemary grows really well in our zone. Cilantro, not so much. As soon as it got hot, it started bolting, but I'm fine with it. I'm gonna pick those up some type of way. My sage does well, my oregano does well, my thyme does well. So I'm gonna get some of all of those and dry them. I love herbs, so they all do well here. Cayenne peppers do well here, and my jalapenos, this plant here has been growing for a good little while, for some months now, and my hot peppers always do well here. Okra for sure does well here. I was harvesting a lot of okra last year, maybe about I'll say somewhere between 6 to 8 pieces of okra every other day. And we love okra. We put okra in our beans. We put we fry okra. We make soups. So that's a great vegetable. But my goal this year is to always have food growing year round. I want my children to be able to always come in the garden and pick whatever they need. Whether it's collard greens, cabbage, cucumbers. I try to grow what everyone in my home love to eat. I love carrots. I love potatoes. I haven't tried potatoes yet. Don't know what's holding me back, but I'm gonna try it. I'll try it. I just haven't done it yet. But I love potatoes. I love tomatoes. As you can see, I have plenty of tomato plants. And this year, I wanted to grow big tomatoes. So that's why I have my beefsteaks over here and my other varieties here. I'll put the names on the bottom of the screen somewhere here. Mostly everyone in the house love collard greens, and they love the cabbage. I don't like cabbage. I'm not a fan, and I will never eat cabbage. But my kale, I love kale. My daughters, they come and pick my kale, and they juice it for me. And we actually have some fruit trees. I think Alvin made a video on the fruit trees. So whenever that video, whenever he's finished with that video, I'm gonna edit it and I'll put that video up. Just love everything in my garden. I'm growing what everyone loves to eat, and that's what's important to me and my family. So I've been doing this gardening since last January, and everything here is trial and error. I've done a lot of research. I've looked at plenty of YouTube videos, and It's really difficult to find someone who actually grows in zone 10B. I've seen some videos of 10B that lives in California, but their weather is very different than Miami weather. So a lot of this is trial and error. What has been growing here and successfully have been growing here, I continue to grow. And there's some things that I'll try, and if it doesn't do well, then I'll try again. And maybe, it's an error on my part. I just didn't do enough research, or it just doesn't grow well here because of our warm temperature. I mean, ever so often we get cool temperatures, like at the beginning of the year. Last year, I had cabbage. Let me come over here. I put my cabbage in this year the same time I did last year. And last year my cabbage grew well. If I can find a picture, I'll put it in so you can see. This year, I put my cabbage in the same time. There it is. That's my cabbage. I had this grapevine here this is my second year with this grapevine. This grapevine has grown to this length, and it would die. And it'll grow back to this length, and it would die. We'll see what happens from this point on. And my daughters wanted to grow beans, so these are their beans. They're gonna take care of these. Yeah, like I was saying, everything that's in my garden has done well for me during the spring of last year. My tomatoes that grew the fall of last year did really well. Those are still in my freezer. I would take the whole tomato off of the plant, and I would core it, and after I would core it, I would just freeze it. Yeah, so the tomatoes that I freeze, I end up juicing those, and I make tomato sauce from them. So I will be learning how to do water bath canning and pressure canning. There's a wonderful lady named Miss Cheryl who I watch on YouTube. She is such a nice lady, and she takes her time and she explains everything in detail. Let me go sit down. Okay, here we go. She did a live last night on how to water bath can applesauce, and I'm so thankful for that. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to look at that video over and over and over until I feel like I'm getting the hang of it, and I'm going to have my children watch the video with me, because I feel it's very important for them to learn how to do these things also. These are skills that was never taught to me. So I'm learning now, and I want my kids to learn at a young age so they would know these skills when they become adults. All of this, and I just started. And I'll be honest, I would have never thought that my garden would be important to anyone. I did this because I felt it was important for my family to have food, just in case it was none at the store. I always want to be able to feed my family, and that's why I started my garden. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.